Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the stage NAGDCA past president, Rob Beamer.
Thank you. Good morning and welcome to our final day of our annual conference. We thank you again for joining us here for the NAGDCA 22 award presentation ceremony. This is kind of a unique opportunity that we all have to honor some of the best plans in our country and things that they're doing. And so we're thrilled to be here today and to recognize and celebrate some of these tremendous work that happens every day to support our retirement plans throughout the country. During today's, I'd also like to welcome all of our virtual attendees. That we're glad that you're able to attend with us, and hopefully you enjoy this as well. During today's presentation, we'll recognize all of this year's award-winning plans and announce the winners of the Art Caple President's Award, and also the new Members' Choice Award. So we'll make sure that we do that. Before we jump in, I'd like to share a little bit about NAGDCA's award program. The award program consists of 3 types of awards given annually. The Leadership Awards recognize the brightest ideas and most innovative solutions from across public sector defined contribution plans and across the industry. And our NAGDCA government members are eligible for the Leadership Awards, which are given in 4 main categories. Hopefully you all know that. In addition to the Leadership Awards, NAGDCA also awards one plan each year with the prestigious NAGDCA Art Caple President's Award. And I've had a lot of people come up to me and say, well, who is Art Caple? So the President's Award was founded back in 2019 before we broke to commemorate the life work of the past NAGDCA president, Art Caple, who was instrumental in devoting his life and his career to helping public sector employees, especially our police fire folks. He was instrumental in that and helping them and all of us prepare for retirement. Art was an amazing guy. I got the chance to meet him along with a lot of my other fellow board members, and just a huge cheerleader for government defined contribution. The newest addition to the awards program is the Members' Choice Award. You still have a chance to vote for the 2022 winner if you haven't done so already. So on your application, there's a link that you can find that gives a description of this session. So go right to where this session is at, and there's a link there that, and you guys can all see that on the screen. There's a QR code there that you can click on and vote. So please do that. Make sure that you vote for who you want to win that award. Before we recognize this year's winners, I'd first like to thank the group who made the 2022 awards possible. Huge thanks to our 2022 awards committee who volunteers their time. These fine folks, they're colleagues among us. They end up getting our wonderful Carly from AMR ends up hooking them up with a huge spreadsheet, and I think it's a little intimidating for some people that have never participated on that committee, but she makes it so easy, and we just sure love and appreciate you, Carly, as well. And but they get all these presentations, and they go through, and they have a criteria that they look at to grade these, and they put a ton of time into making sure that they're doing the best job they can, right? And so It's super time consuming. It is a tedious process, and we wouldn't be able to do it without the help of this great group of volunteers. So if you can join me in thanking them for all their service, I'd appreciate that. I'd now like to turn the time over to our 2022 Chair and Vice Chair of the Awards Committee, Mr. Rosh Cousineau and Mr. Rob Luciani. Thank you so much for being here today and for your years of service on the committee, both of you.
Okay, thank you, Rob. So in a minute, Rosh is going to come up and actually go through the awards. I just wanted to say a few things before he goes through that. So one is, again, to thank Rosh as our committee chair. He's done a phenomenal job. He actually makes a job that people I've heard say is very challenging fun, believe it or not. Could you sign up for a committee and you think, oh, this is great, and all of a sudden meetings come on your calendar and everything starts kind of conflicting, and before you know it, it's like, really? Well, guess what? He makes it fun. You've done a great job. And by the way, you're absolutely right. Carly, this may be a little bit of a secret. Don't tell everyone, only those that are here. She makes it fairly easy because it's all in one place and as easy as it could be. So thank you, Carly, for doing that. I also wanted to give a quick commercial for this whole concept of these awards and remind everyone that, in reality, this to me is the epitome of what NAGDCA is about. What do you mean? Award? No, it's not the awards themselves. It's the process, right? It's the sharing. It's the ability to learn from, share your experiences with your peers. It's invaluable. There's not a year that I think I've been on this committee where I haven't read through these submissions where I didn't learn something. And I've been doing this for, we'll call it 30 plus years. How's that? I'll leave it at that. But honestly, I learned something every single time. Because also, if you think in this business that you know everything, or this industry about participants, you don't. Because they change, they're younger, they're older, things in the, pandemics hit, market cycles that some people have never seen before. So there's always something new. So I encourage you all, please, to take the time and read the submissions. You're gonna learn quite a bit. So also as part of that, just wanted to also share that if you think about it, a lot of us are going to do our 2023 planning, right? You probably have it on your calendar, October, November. Think about this process. Think about, say, maybe we do a campaign or two that we would like to submit for an award. And to me, again, it's not the award, it's the discipline. When you read some of the best award submissions, and I know that we talked about this at the session yesterday on participant engagement, right? It's a process. Like, let's make sure that we're understanding a need for the plan. You're not just doing this just because, oh, I have an idea. Understand a need or needs that your plan has, and then use some of the examples of the submissions to really see the process, because there is a process, right? Discovering the need, coming up with ideas that are going to be, to give you some ideas, people have asked me, well, what do you look for? It's not rocket science, really. It's making sure that it solves a need, it's thoughtful. It's engaging. It doesn't have to be expensive engaging, it's just engaging your participants or the people that you want to get to. Often, it's different types of media. Rarely is it a winner will use just one approach. It's definitely using different approach, meeting people where they are, as we've heard. And it's about the results, right? So, we're not, as a committee, this is not about what looks the flashiest or anything like that. It's really, what are the results? And then, honestly, it's about how it's actually replicatable, because we also want to make sure that others can use at least pieces of what it is that you've done. And then the submission itself, right? So the submission is also a reflection of how you kind of come across with your campaign, because it should be something that one of your peers can pick up. They can clearly understand what the objective was. They could clearly understand what was done, and ultimately what the results were. And by the way, that's a great practice for us to do even when we're not submitting for awards. It's understanding why you're doing what you're doing, thoughtfully executing it, and measuring, because not everything works. How many, even our award winners, I'm sure that many of them had campaigns throughout the year that didn't have the same results. That's fine, because you learn every time you do that. So, again, I just wanted to get some of that out of the way to make sure everyone knew. Please submit. It's not by plan size. We go by results. We look at the percentage. You could have a very small plan, relatively small plan, had great results. That's something that wins. So it's not just based on the largest plans that have the biggest budgets. So thank you. I'm going to turn over to Rosh to go through the awards.
Thanks, Rob. All right. Let's get to it. We've got some awards to go through here, and I've written down a very high-tech method here. I got up and wrote on some notes this morning at about 7:30, and this is a test in whether or not I can read my own writing. But I'm going to read some details and just some kind of paint a little bit of additional color to what you see on the screen here for each of our award winners. And so hopefully that's helpful, but we'll do all this pretty quickly because we do have that red clock counting down right in front of us over here, which I thought when Kenny Thomas talked about that the other day at the keynote, I thought he was making that up until I came up yesterday. There actually is a red clock counting down, 29 minutes to go. So here we go. Okay, COVID award winners. So hopefully we don't have too many more years where we have a COVID response category, right, everyone? But you know what? The folks that are in this category certainly did a wonderful job of reaching out to their participants during the pandemic, starting off with Cal STRS, $1.9 billion plan, plans, 403B and 457, 26,000 participants, career stage webinars, and Sandy Blair, keeping high engagement top priority for your members, your participants, and the Invest in You campaign. So congratulations to Cal STRS. City and County of Honolulu. I love the quote from the mayor of Honolulu for their submission. The best time to start is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. $950 million 457 plan, 9,500 participants. It was a 5-tactic strategy to increase engagement. Just a wonderful submission from City and County Honolulu, so congratulations there. City of Milwaukee seems to win every year, so great job running that plan. 457 plan, $1.1 billion, 9,200 participants. Points-based healthy rewards program that produced certificates for the folks that were engaged in the program. And Beth, just again, she's always accepting these awards justifiably, finding new and creative ways to meet people where they are at. And didn't we hear that as a theme over the past couple of days, right? Kind of the new normal, finding people where they're at. You're going to hear a couple of awards like that here today. New York City Health and Hospitals campaign was a great example of changing behavior, getting participants back on track. It was a related distribution campaign. NYC Health and Hospitals, $3.5 billion. It's a 403B plan. We've got a few 403B plans in here, by the way, this year, everyone. So it's great to see that. So that's the tax-deferred arrangement at NYC. VRS, this is the first of 2 awards for VRS here today. Kelly hires, meet participants, again, is that theme, where they are. It's designed to be fun. So there's that word again, designed to be fun and engaging for our participants. VRS, $6.4 billion, 457 hybrid, a splash screen pop-up experience. That sounds like fun, doesn't it, everyone? And and it's got a hero theme, so it's got a comic book theme to it. Okay, moving on to, so we've got the 4 kind of key, or I should say cornerstone categories that Rob Beamer had mentioned a couple minutes ago. Starting off with so these are our foundational, we've had them legacy categories. National Retirement Security Month award winners, starting off with the City of Anaheim, Financial Wellness Campaign. Financial wellness, this is a quote from the committee chair. Financial wellness leads to healthy, positive, and engaged workforce. So Linda Andall with that quote there. Anaheim, $500 million, 457, 401A, HRA plans, part-time plan, 3,000 participants. They put together a financial wellness Olympic challenge because it was the Olympics in the summertime with a vitality points-based results program. So really exciting and again, fun and engaging campaign there for Anaheim. City of LA, always up here it seems, doesn't it? One of the most challenging but fun projects said Eric Land from City of LA, in terms of putting together a campaign every year for National Retirement Security Month, and they seem to win every year, don't they? So great job, City of LA. $9.4 billion for 57 plan, 50,000 participants. And so I'll give you a result here. They had 8,200 participants engaged in that in the campaign. It was up 50% from 2020. So they did a wonderful job getting folks back to the movies, and they got that increase of 50% engagement in terms of folks participating in the Retirement Security Month campaign there at the City of LA. Moving on to the County of LA, wonderful job there as well. We seem to see them on a regular basis here. $20 billion, 457 401k plan, 135,000 participants. 3,300 participants of those engaged in Retirement Security Month. And of those 3,300 participants, 95+% took action, whether that's increasing contributions, adding a beneficiary. So that engagement leading to action, leading to outcomes. I know we've talked about that these past couple of days here at NAGDA, but it does seem to be a common theme here. It's more than just another promotion. This is Kim Birch Garcia, her comment. More than just another promotion, it encourages engagement and lasting financial behaviors for our participants. So a lot of passion there in terms of what they're doing at the County of LA. State of Michigan, it's your future, retire well. And John Schiller said, they want the virtual experience to be the same high-level service as in person. We've all been grappling with that, haven't we? We've been talking a lot about that. So how do you sort of match that? Michigan's big, $12.1 billion, 457 401k plan. They put together a virtual scavenger hunt. So another fun theme for participants that they could complete in less than 3 minutes. State of Nevada, the great state of Nevada. Quote here, Rob Beamer. NDC, Nevada Deferred Compensation, believes in setting the bar high regarding financial wellness. It's one of the most valuable benefits available to our employees. And I know everyone in this room shares that, right? That deferred compensation, defined contribution plans are one of the most valuable benefits to your employees. Nevada, $1.1 billion, 457, a part-time plan as well, 17,000 plus participants. So congratulations there, State of Nevada. Moving on to the very popular participant education communication category. Starting off with California Savings Plus, congratulations. They had a recipe for retirement readiness. This was really fun to read because I got hungry reading the submission, talking all about how to mix together recipes and just kind of nostalgia and comfort with thinking about retirement. And then participants actually had recipes as part of the overall campaign. So we did get to see some of the recipes, which made us hungry as we went through that. So $20.2 billion, 457 401k, 300,000 participants in Savings Plus. But the results are great. We had over 10% in increase in contributions for participants under the age of 38. And then between ages of 38 and 51, we had a 23% increase in contributions. So great results there for such a huge employee base to have those kind of results. That's fantastic, so congratulations. DC, 6-week journey, $2.8 billion. So this was the Summer Passport program, taking our participants on a 6-week journey. And we've got 19,000 participants there in DC, 457 401A plan. Of the attendees, again, of those folks that engaged with the campaign, 25% enrolled and 13% increased. And then another thing that we really like seeing, the committee likes seeing this year, and I know we talk about this a lot with our clients, is the beneficiary engagement, right? Where you're talking about how many of our participants don't have a beneficiary on file, or maybe have an old stale beneficiary on file. So we're seeing a lot of that too. 17% improvement in terms of beneficiary, folks adding beneficiaries in DC, so congratulations there. Employees, this is Texas, so ERS. Nora, great quote here, Nora Alvarado. Originality, creativity, positive results, all those equal financial independence for our participants. 258,000 state of Texas participants. 4.6 billion, another 401k plan, 457 plan, 62% increase in roll-ins to the plan from this time in the previous, from the same time in the previous year. And we all know, right, we negotiate these low fees for our plans. There's no better place for our participants to be than in our plans. So if they've got those outside assets, let's get them to bring them into the plans. Texas did a wonderful job there. Maryland teachers, and so example of members just sharing inspiration, you know, as far as saving. And so they actually had quotes from specific members as far as, I didn't do this so I could save money. I didn't do that so I could save money. Maryland teachers is $4.9 billion. And it's almost like, what plan don't they have? They have a 457, 401k, 401a, 403b, 69,000 participants. So a lot to juggle, and another agency that we see regularly receiving NAGDCA awards. So wonderful job there for Maryland teachers and state employees. VRS, so here's the second. Again, $6.4 billion, 457 in hybrid. And this is the campaign, traditional campaign. So we had the COVID-19 response win, and then also the participant education communication win. And here I just want to give you the stats. 71% of the participants who engaged in this campaign increased their contribution at least by 4%. So that engagement leading to those actions, leading to those results, right? Another category, plan design administration, plan design and administration. And so I'm going to move quickly through these, starting off with Alameda County. And Hank, great quote here, Hank Levy, positively impact future financial security for our participants. A great idea in terms of custom a custom do-it-for-me solution is what I'm trying to say, where it's a custom glide path for Alameda County participants. And so there's $236 million of that $1 billion in Alameda County. I know you all probably have a lot of that money in target dates, and what do you do with it? How do you make some meaningful changes to it if you need to? A lot of money going into it as well, 51% of all contributions going into target dates there, 457, 401A, 8,500 participants. So just a wonderful campaign there for Alameda County. Chicago Public Schools, better understanding, lower fees, more effective retirement. So that's the quote there, and really just a wonderful campaign here. 38,000 participants, another, as you might suspect, right, schools, another 403B plan, 457 plan as well, $2 billion. And what they did is they restructured the plans, they consolidated, and they ended up, the savings results for their participants were on a $50,000 balance, anywhere between about $200 per year to $500 per year more in Chicago Public Schools participants' pockets as a result of this campaign. So wonderful job, or project, I should say. Wonderful job there. City of Seattle, Michelle L., we pride ourselves in building effective and impactful retirement benefit, and they certainly did with this campaign. So what they did is they restructured the lineup, reduced costs on the record-keeping side of things. Seattle's $1.8 billion, 457 plan, 10,000, almost 11,000 participants. Big average account balance, 170,000 average account balance. All the savings, though, netted out to about $1.1 million per year for the plan in savings, for participants, I should say. So great job there for City of Seattle participants. Gwinnett County governments, auto enrollment. So this is always a challenge, right, in some states versus others, but auto enrollment helped remove some of the burden of financial planning for employees. Wonderful results here. So Gwinnett County is $700 million, 401A, 457 plan, about 7,000 participants per plan. Took the participation from 82% to 97%. So that's a great one right there. I kept rereading that. Is that right? Only a 10% opt-out rate there too. So great job being, that's some bold decision making and fantastic execution there, Gwinnett County. San Bernardino County, $1.5 billion, a lot of plans here, 457, 401A, 401K, part-time plan, HRA, challenging Maryland, I think, for some complexity there. The idea went out to bid, RFP, but the subcommittee that was put together to go through the RFP process really had a great idea to sell the plan. You know, so as you're putting some in, and I think that's great for anyone in here thinking of maybe going through an RFP process. How do you sell the plan to the marketplace? Make them want your business. And so they did a wonderful job, such a good job, $6.4 million in savings for San Bernardino County participants over the coming contract term. Great quote here. It's incumbent on the committee to ensure that county plans remain in the top tier nationally. And that's the chair of the committee, Diane Rundles. And then we've just got a couple left to go here. The technology, interactive multimedia, and cybersecurity, longest named category and usually has the fewest submissions. County of San Diego starting out, $2.2 billion, 457 401A plan, 21,000 participants, and gamification. And video games play your way to financial wellness. And they actually, of the folks that engaged, 28% that were not enrolled, and a net increase of $1 million in new cash flow. So kind of a theme here, right? Getting folks engaged leads to that action. State of Florida, finally, the campaign created more opportunities for engagement and financial security. $6 billion, 457 plan, 87,000 participants. It was a 3-month campaign, 510,000 emails, 130,000 postcards. So certainly keeping busy there in the state of Florida, great results there as well. So congratulations to all of the winners for this year's NAGDCA Awards.
Lift your clicker.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Rosh, for that. So now we get to the, as Rob mentioned, there's another award that there's 2 more awards yet. One is the Caple Award. So these are the nominees. So the way that this works is the nominees, folks that submitted the 10 highest scoring plans, the committee goes back again and reviews all of them again independently to come up with what we believe is kind of the premier award for the season. And by the way, I didn't mention last time, the difference between folks that submitted and the award winners in some cases was a couple of points. I mean, so the people that we saw all those names, there's a lot of other plans that came really, really close. So please, I encourage you again to submit. It helps your peers. It helps you with a disciplined process. Okay. So I wish we had an envelope. Maybe we should do an envelope next year or something. So the winner is Commonwealth of Virginia and their partner Mission Square. If you guys could, if you'd like to, please come to the stage. And we'll take a photo. We'll present your awards, and also if you want to say a few words, that would be great as well.
All right, Nancy, congratulations, Kelly. If you'd like to, sure.
Short. Can you hear me?
Picture?
I've been through all of these other award submissions. I've gone through almost every single one, and we're in amazing company with some of these campaigns that have been done. And if you were in the panel I was on yesterday, all of our campaigns have not been this successful. This one just so happened to be a really fun, really engaging. We worked with our counterpart, Mission Square, Dawn Cullen up here. We talked about what we wanted to do, and she made it happen. And it was a really nice, a really great partnership. Thank you. So, thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, next is an award that we added, I think, was it last year or the year before? It's called the Members' Choice Award. So the reason behind this isn't just to have another award, right? We were trying to think of a way to help encourage all of us to kind of read the submissions. Again, I know I keep saying this, but we get the most out of this as an organization if we can socialize and share these submissions. So we thought, why not make it a member's choice where you all get to go out, and I know you all did, right? Read all of the submissions and then vote. Well, if you didn't, at least promise me that you will go back, even if you voted to go back and read the awards. Anyway, so this is real time now, so anything could happen. Right, Carly? Do you have them? Okay.
This is really fancy.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. I have my progressives on, so I was able to read the tiny print. Okay, so this year's winner, if they could please also make their way to the stage, and they're, by all means, for a picture, and they could say a few words if they'd like to, is Alameda County. Congratulations. I will. We'll take a picture. How you doing?
Good job, Hank. Yeah, congratulations.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, sure.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Aaron, buddy.
Wow. Well, I'm a CPA, so I've always dreamed of being the guy with the envelope, handing it to the presenters. So I've never been presented with an award. So I guess I should thank some people. Our consultants, Retirement Plan Associates out of Chicago. I want to thank someone from RVK, Michaela O'Connor, I think, who's here, who put this idea into our heads also. Prudential, now Empower, was incredibly helpful. Our retirement system, Aaron Coleman, Darnell Williams, people, my staff from the county. So thank you very much. I'm surprised and pleased. Thank you.
Good job. Okay, so I guess I think that's about it for us today. What I want to do again is thank you again for your leadership, being chair of the committee. Thank the committee themselves again. A lot of work, Carly, and I think does that wrap it up for today? You could close us out. You're the boss.
I hope you had a great, I have no idea what to say right now. This was not scripted whatsoever. Thank you all. Thank you for submitting. If you haven't submitted, as Rob said, please consider submitting. We just learned so much, I think, collectively as an organization together from each other as we come to these conferences. When we're not at the conference, one of the best resources to have are these award submissions. And so please, we encourage you, it's not that hard, submit an award, get those submissions in, and you can't win if you don't submit. So thank you all very much, and enjoy the rest of your day.